Bam! What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's episode of the Ominus Morning Show. In the morning this time, because last two episodes were at night, but now we're back. I'm back in the morning as it should be. And today, I have a very very esteemed guest that I finally, after such a long time, I've been able to get him on the show, and you've seen him in the thumbnail. You know what I'm talking about. And yeah. So before I get to that, I just wanted to make a few announcements about the show. Uh, I live in Peru. For those that don't know, I live in Peru, and we were having our Independence Day celebration at the end of the month because that's when we get our independence. That's when we got our independence. And so I'm going to be taking next week off and the following week off, which is like I think the first week in August. So I'll be back on August 9th with another guest. So there's going to be 2 weeks there that I'm going to be gone. So we'll do the show today, 2 weeks, and then I'll come back again on August 9th with the show again. And then after that moment, the show is going to be bi-weekly. So every 2 weeks I'll have a show. I can't do any more than that for the moment because I have to get commissions done, and I got to also continue working on my own comic, and so hopefully if I can, I could probably manage maybe one more, but it's going to be 2 a month. And then after that, I also want to announce that today I got like a sort of a double header type thing going on. I got today's show in the morning, and also at night I'm going to be on Incendiary with Dojo Kun and Jake from Tail End Studios, and talking about my comic on that show as a guest. So hopefully I can catch you guys there also, in case if it's possible. But you can always catch the replay in case you can. And I think that's it. So yeah, my guest is one thing that we both have in common is we both lived a long time in New Jersey. And this person is the creator of Type 1, which is a really cool comic. I'm looking forward to reading. I saw the Ash Camp preview, and it was dope. Colors and everything look beautiful. And so now I have the chance to finally interview my good friend after such a long time. So without any further ado, please, a round of applause for my buddy Sean Ahrendt. Round of applause, everybody, please. Yeah, what's going on, Sean? How you doing, man?
What's up, brother? Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem at all, and it's a pleasure. It's been such a long time in the making because I've been a fan of art and stuff for a long time, and it sucks because like recently I haven't been able to watch it as often as I would like to, but I try to catch episodes and replays when I can. But yeah, I'm a big fan of yours and Joe's, and yeah, so it's a real pleasure of mine to have you here and to get a chance to talk to you about your comic, and so yeah, so I mean, if we can start with that, like what can you tell us about your comic and what Type 1 is about for the people in the chat that may not, or the people in the replay that may not know?
Sure. Look, if you're a fan of 80s and 90s action adventure comics and cartoons, excuse me, this book is up your alley. It's taking all of my influences, my likes, my hobbies, a little personal spin on it, and just kind of throwing it into one big ball of excitement and knocking you out.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm curious. One of like the first things that came into my head when I first saw this is the design of the character. You designed the character yourself, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's gone through many different phases from when I first created the character when I was 11 years old up until I was late 30s, not too long ago. And now it's more resembled of what the 11-year-old, this is going to sound horrible, the 11-year-old that I once was had in mind. And the suits will evolve and change over time, just a little bit of boredom, but a little bit for story, but mostly boredom.
What do you mean, like you're gonna like change it completely or just parts of it?
There'll be upgrades to a degree. You know, like you might look at him now and be like, that's awesome. And then that further down the line, you're like, oh, that changed, or that doesn't look as. But you got to follow along with the story of what will happen down the line.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Also, and influences for the design for this.
Sure.
Like what did like where did you like what resonated with you or what influenced you to work with this design?
Oh, so again, it's kind of a going back to what I had as a kid. And when I first created the character, I threw in like cartoons I grew up on. Bionic Six, Centurions, Silverhawks, Spiral Zone, Captain Powers, a little bit of diehards from Youngblood. And as a kid, you put him there, and it doesn't really look like that. But you progress and you get a little bit better at playing with crayons, and here we go. But it's essentially like everything I loved about cartoons from the 80s and 90s.
Nice, sweet. Yeah, good. So let's take a look. I want to say also hello to people that are showing up in the chat. I got Chauncey.
In charge. Good to see you. My guy. Both you two guys. You guys are one of like me and Joe's day ones for art and stuff. And we're so proud of both of you guys becoming fucking dangerous. And I got up my level now. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. His piece on the Reaper Destroyer was really good. And I think he has a design for his own character also.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got. I don't know if Chauncey can confirm that, but because I saw some designs a while, like maybe like last year that he had done of a character that I thought that he was working on, but I don't know if he's still doing that. And Paul is here. What's going on, Paul? From AGE Comics.
Good to see you. Thank you for coming. I don't know. I would ask Chauncey, but he keeps fucking not wanting to come on out and stuff. He's like, I need a better setup. I'm like, if I could do it, you could do it. Yeah, sorry for cursing. I don't know if it's a family show. You know me.
No worries about it. But yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, he should. I invited him on the show also. Like when I first started, and I don't know for some reason
he doesn't like us. That's the rumor I'm spreading.
He should get the. Chauncey hates everybody confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Chauncey, you need to get in the game, man. Get into the YouTube shows and stuff.
Yeah.
He should do it. Yeah, it'd be nice to see him. I wanted to invite him a while back for some drawing, but yeah, he's a hard man to get.
Message on red.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you remember this piece when me and Joe were like and stuff 2.0 when we were trying to redo ourselves. I drew this live on there like in November 2020. We had a really big show with like a bunch of cool cats, and I did this
show.
I don't think it was. No, it was just before like a show. Yeah. I think it was before sketch and stuff, and I just did it live, and that was for November, which November is like Diabetes Awareness Month, and I just wanted to kind of let people know about that and type 1. And that was a few years ago, but I'm redrawing this because I think my skills have progressed since then.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have that recolored by Dan Kemp, and that's going to be the cover for Con Artist. Volume 3, the Art of Type 1, which is pinups of friends of mine have graciously done for me, and then like a behind the scenes kind of sketchbook on that. And that's you can only get on the Ultimate tier. So
this is you said that this one the
redone version.
This is not colored by Dave Kemp.
No, it's not. That's me.
Okay.
That's my trashy colors from a few years back.
No, it looks good. That's why I was like, oh, is that because it looks? I thought that was Dan's work.
Oh, thanks. Nah. It'll be redone. It'll be more sheen and shine, like I do it.
I got you.
And so that's going to be the cover for the of Type 1, only on the Ultimate tier.
Nice, awesome. And Chauncey's saying, haha, I do want to show up on both y'all shows. I don't believe that.
I don't believe it. Yo, proof is in the pudding, baby.
He says, I do. It's burning inside me for real, for real.
I believe you.
What's burning inside? You need to get that checked out, man.
Yeah, I know. It might hurt.
And but yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And can you tell us like how you came into comics? What brought you into this world? And it's like, for example, you mentioned that you like Bionic 6, Centurion, Youngblood. I know you're a good friend, a friend of Rob Liefeld's, and then you and then that whole '90s image thing. Like, how did that all developed?
I think my dad was a comic book guy. I like to say he was
nice.
old school geek from the Bronx.
Nice.
It's what I knew. Like, and I grew up. I was born in '81, so from all those cartoons and the comics that are around, like my dad was more of a Marvel head. So like that, like before I knew Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream, I knew great power comes great responsibility.
Nice.
Say that with you, how that affects like my parents of raising me, but I think it kind of goes toe and toe. But it's all I've ever known was comics and sci-fi and entertainment and cartoons. And when I was realizing, when I was seeing really cool art, was when like Todd was coming on the scene. Like this is like the mid '80s when I could realize it. I was like 4, 5. Like Todd was coming on the scene. A few years later, then it was like Jim, and then like Rob, and Silvestri had been in there for a while because he was on the X-Men. But it's cool because the guys that like inspired me were at the time, they were just coming up on all our favorite titles, and it was just really inspired to be able to look at those comics and then look at the cartoons at the time and just get into this visual bounce room, if you will, of what excites you, what makes you want to pick up a crayon and create. So Streets was one of my first characters I created at 11 that I can remember. I created a character when I was in second grade called Muscle Man, which was just a Guido from New Jersey, essentially. But I think we froze. Or I froze. Yeah, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Well, it's my show. It's about time. It's a long time coming. Subscribe to and stuff. Subscribe to Joe M. Sontag, but most importantly, subscribe to Sean Ahrendt on YouTube, Back Type 1 on Fund My Comic, and on Indiegogo. And let's make this the hit that's gonna eventually be. This is pretty cool. What's up, chat? Oh, Jay's in the house. What up, Jay? Good to see you, brother. Hell yeah. Jonesy's saying what's up. How's it doing by everyone right now? Right now, I have like tremendous rain and thunder. You back?
Yeah, man, my internet. If anybody remembers me streaming back in the day, then you know that my internet sucks at this time of the day.
Oh man.
But yeah, I missed that last part that you were saying.
Oh, so essentially it was just like about being in a bounce house of being creative, where you could pick and choose what inspires you at a young age and threw it all together. And
would you say that your father had maybe like a favorite character of his that maybe was also something that you shared with him? Is there one?
Oh, yeah, well, huge Spidey fan.
Nice.
Okay. I remember just talking to him about like Gene Colan on Tomb of Dracula, or doing Daredevil stuff, or Kirby. I remember we were in the Bronx once, and I was just a little piece of shit of a kid. You had to get buzzed in to get into the store because at the time the Bronx was shady, whatever. So we got in, and hanging in the store was Amazing Fantasy 15 and Todd's Hulk, the one with the claws, the Wolverine with the reflection.
The reflection.
Yeah. So I remember pointing at that, and again, I was maybe 5 or 6, maybe earlier, and I point at this Amazing Fantasy. I'm like, that's an ugly ass color because it was muddy. The only colors was Spidey's red. And my dad kind of looked at me and kind of smirked, even though he had it. And I got to read it a couple years later. But I wanted that Todd art because it was more exciting than some guy like jumping off of a roof. Like that was more powerful to me.
Yeah.
And then I read his Amazing Fantasy like a couple years later when he wasn't known. Sorry, Dad. But I wouldn't be here without my dad. But my interests and hobbies wouldn't have taken the turn it would have if it wasn't for him and my mother's support and belief in what I can do.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome because in my case it was the exact opposite. Like my dad's like was trying to get me away from art and stuff like that. Not, but it's and well, not like physically taking me away from it, but like discouraging me from buying that stuff, or we would rather like I watch other things or not waste my time drawing so much.
Right.
And so I didn't have that kind of support at the beginning. It wasn't until like later, like recently, that I started developing a little bit more skill with it. That he was like, "Oh, you should continue working on it." But when I was young,
Oh, it's
it
beautiful.
was like,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's cool. It's cool to have that kind of support from your family, and I could imagine what that might have been like, and getting to share that. So, did you ever have like any disagreements? Like, for example, he liked one thing and then you like another thing, because I'm not quite sure what his art taste might be like. That is there, is there
Nothing. Nothing in a sense where it was like an argument. Like nah. Like
You
there
guys
was
share the
stuff
same
where he,
interest in art?
for the most part, like for the
Yeah.
most, like he again, like Kirby, Gil Kane,
Oh man, I love Gil Kane.
oh my god, I love
Yeah,
Gil
Gil
Kane.
Kane's
I
awesome.
get lost on that Facebook group where they
Yeah,
just show
yeah,
like his roughs and his layouts. I'm like, right
yeah,
click
man.
save. But nah, I don't think we ever had an argument about that. Like, yeah, no, not that I can remember.
Sweet,
Other things
awesome.
like, why are you bringing girls home? Who's this
Yeah, yeah,
floozy
that's
pouring
yeah.
in my fridge? Like, I don't know. And I didn't, but
Yeah.
whatever. That's time for another tale.
Nice. And yeah, so I also wanted to say hi to Jay. Jay, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Go back type one today. Yeah, actually, now that he mentions it, I got the link for type one in the description, and I also just sent it to the chat. Yeah, so type one is what you're seeing here on the screen. Be sure to back it. Me personally, I'm a big fan of the Joe Sontag variants.
Who
Not
is
on
it?
this page. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, who is it? Like, I think this one's going to be doing
Oh man.
gangbusters.
Yeah, you guys. I think you guys should like actually make this a reality and then send out books with this, or at least have like a Joe Sontag print like that. That would be amazing. That would be great.
Something will
But
happen.
yeah, because that's too cool. That's awesome.
Like, I
And
might do something just for the chat, like our chat, where it's like,
man,
we'll
yeah,
figure it out.
like a chat
Yeah.
exclusive. And but yeah, Bionic Brooke, what's going on, man? Good to see you.
Hell yeah.
And I'll be streaming with Jake and Dojo later today also. So I'll catch you guys later today. Yeah,
Nice.
he was saying sick team up piece
Oh, the
with this
Rising
one right here
Pain?
with
Yeah.
Rising Pain. Yeah,
Yeah, Chris Graves drew that and
yeah,
colored by Anthony George, or Z, as the Rob Liefeld message
yeah,
boards knows him. Yeah, this is
yeah. That's
awesome.
what's up, man.
Mark and Chris did this for a print for the I think it was for the Rising Pain ash can.
Yeah,
And then they're like, you
yeah.
want
It
to
came
use
out
it for,
bad.
yeah, they're like, you want to use it for a cover? I'm like, I do, thank you. So this one's gonna be sans. This is gonna be a virgin cover, so there won't be a
Yeah,
logo. And like I figured, there's no place to really put it, and why block all your? And like, you bought the book, you know what you're getting. It doesn't need the logo; it'll be on the side regardless.
yeah,
So it's cool to, since Mark is publishing it through Haunted Pizza. Just seeing our universes can collide and be a team up, and it's just a really
yeah.
great throwback to the '90s of early Image Comics, where you would see the characters in their various different
Interact with each
ways.
other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that'll
Would it be
happen.
possible? Would it be possible one day, like, to see a U.S. Assassin and a Type One team up? Because U.S. Assassin is one of my favorite.
Mine as well.
Uh,
Yeah.
my favorite characters from the Poltonverse.
The best thing
That would be
about being independent or being an independent creator is that the possibilities are endless. It's just
Yeah, yeah,
time. I know me and Joey have been talking about one day doing something with Reaper Destroyer and Type 1, and Mark and I have talked about maybe doing something between various characters, but it's just timing and getting everything set up. But I have faith it'll happen. We
yeah.
ain't going anywhere.
Maybe it could be like a short, like 20-page standalone issue
Mm-hmm.
to make it more feasible, I guess. Because that would be awesome also to see Type One and Reaper Destroyer team up.
If me
That'd
and
be
Joe
awesome.
could ever get our shit
Yeah.
together and do something like Image United, but actually get it finished and out to the public, that would
Yeah,
be
that would be awesome.
that like us tag teaming on art, like his art
That'd
on
be
one
awesome.
page of mine as well. Like that's a dream,
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Mhm.
And that's actually something that you'll be able to do also. No, you'll be able to work with Mark close up, and then maybe work
Yeah,
with Chris because I think Chris lives close to Mark.
all in the same area. Yeah, I'm in the
Yeah,
middle of moving. I'm going to be moving in with Mark in the
yeah,
beginning of August. Well, in a couple of weeks now. So it's good.
man.
I'm going to have Mark in the area, Chris, Enrico, Phil McNulty, if he ever comes
That's
out of his
crazy.
dungeon. But yeah,
You
so it's
got
moving back to
so
Jersey.
it's very possible you guys can get like a bullpen type thing going on in somebody's house. That would be awesome.
That would
Man,
be
can you imagine
dope.
that?
Oh,
That would be awesome.
that's the dream, bro. When I was a kid, I like my adventures. I was an Image Comics creator.
Yeah.
My cousin was my secretary, and I fired it a couple times because we couldn't get that variant cover to press it. Like when I was 11 years old, and it was it was cool. It was fun to pretend I was hanging out with those guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I think nowadays, like one thing that would benefit a lot of artists would be to see other artists work like live. Like if I could, like for example, like you, me, Joe, Sean, Chauncey, for
Mhm.
example, we can like work together. You can like see what they're doing, learn off their techniques. That's
Right.
the stories that you hear. No, you hear Shelby talk about that stuff, and back in the days, it being like that. I can imagine like the benefits, for each one artistically being able to do something like that.
Oh,
That'd be
even
dope.
yeah. Oh, brother, definitely. Like so, Chris came down in December, Mark as well for Ocean City Comic Con, which is in
Yeah,
Maryland, which is in Ocean City, Maryland, which is 40 minutes from here. So,
yeah.
and even throughout the months he came out, we hung out a bunch of times. But seeing him work on Ride in Pain was, what's up, Hojo?
Hojo.
Hojo, it's my dude. He's killing them. Trying to take notes from him on how to be
Yeah,
successful.
his hustle is next
Yeah,
level. His
yeah,
hustle is intense.
yeah.
But
That's
really,
that's like legally being like Pookie.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I got a
yeah.
crap
That because
piece. No,
because
he's killing the game. He's really
yeah,
inspiring.
his energy, like and like he posts like constantly all the time. His energy,
Yeah,
he's brought in like 10K on his first campaign. Yeah, impressive, impressive.
fucking inspiring. Fucking inspiring. See, that's what's great about this group we're all in. The independent scene, comic skate. If you're in it, you're in it. If you're not, you're not. But
Yeah,
regardless, the people that we circulate ourselves with are so fucking inspiring. They all have their own different hustle that we could take from this, we could take from that, they could take
yeah.
from us. Like me doing the ash can or the preview book. It's that thing is kind of caught on, and
No, yeah, I did the same thing also.
I missed on that. I apologize.
No, no, no. I mean, like, I took I took one out of your book, and this 10-page story that I did, I'm selling it directly through the DM. So if anybody wants it, they can just hit me up, and then I send them the link. So I got that idea from you. So yeah, that's exactly those are the benefits that you can get by interacting with people
Yeah.
live, and then and yeah, Chauncey he says that would be dope AF. And
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I agree. And then
Mm-hmm.
Hojo says, "Congrats, yeah, sweet,
Thank you, brother.
yeah, man, yeah, that'd be awesome, man." And yeah. So, who are your favorite artists? What artists have inspired you in your art? Like,
Oh my god, too many to claim. But like my Mount, not
let's do
even
like
Mount Rushmore.
a top
Let's say
five. Yeah, go
top
ahead. Go ahead.
five, top five. My
Top
Grand
five dead
Canyon.
or alive.
Kirby is at the heap, so we'll put him to the side. Like all hail King Kirby. But respect to my lady Kayla, not really my lady, the vibes. Adams, Todd McFarlane,
Yeah.
Rob Liefeld, Jim Lee, and Tom Grummett. Like those are my artistic DNA guys that are at my core in the beginning.
You said Art Adams, Todd McFarlane, and who else?
Rob Liefeld, Jim Lee,
Yeah,
and Tom Grummett. Tom Grummett, you would know from Robin and Superboy from the early '90s of
yeah,
DC. He did an incredible run on various Superman titles and the Teen Titans or New Titans or New Teen, whatever
yeah.
they renamed it right after Perez. Like those are the guys that really get my gears grinding as far as wanting to
Sweet.
create. And then you got the Image rookies. You like Murat Michaels, Dan Fraga, Joe Benitez, Michael Turner, Dave Finchie. We all know that the new generation. So
Yeah.
new guys. Joe Quesada, huge influence. His earlier stuff. Now it's kind of a little bit stale and boring. Very talented, but his earlier stuff is just so much energy and so much great dynamics in his panel layout that I definitely try to steal a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's a great list. Yeah, I agree. No, him also. Stephen Platt.
Oh
Really
yeah.
good. I like
Mm-hmm.
Platt a lot also. And Dan Fraga, I love his ability to like just go straight to inks, like almost the Kim Jong G type art, and he does
Yeah.
really good with that. And he's really impressive, really impressive. And
We had the
dope
chance
list.
to have him on a bunch of times.
Yeah, definitely.
God bless him, but he was just kind of like dissecting on how he done it. He's like, I thought it and I did it. Like there's like a grid pattern in his head that he sees on paper.
Yeah.
That was really fun to discuss.
Yeah, that requires a lot of skill, a lot of like pre-planning things in your head ahead of time. Yeah, good. Yeah, great stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Going straight to inks like that, it's not easy at all.
I won't do it. That's why I do it digital.
Yeah. And Hojo says I did nothing but maybe force people to raise their trailer game. Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
Good call. I will definitely get behind that. Mm-hmm.
I agree. And he's been. I like this technique, and I've seen him do this a few times. This technique where he'll like tag a person's name, like you like put somebody's name and like, hey, have you seen my comic? Like put them on the spot.
I'm gonna start doing that.
That's a nice technique. Like he'll tag like Chauncey, have you seen my comic by any chance? Put them on the spot. I love that technique. I'm gonna start doing that.
I'm gonna hit up Elon Musk.
Yeah. Hey, Elon, have you seen my comic?
Yeah.
Check it out, man. Awesome, man. And I was gonna say, I lost one. Take a look at the art. And how did you go about choosing the colorist for type 1? Like,
With Dan?
Yeah. How did that happen?
It was a blessing that came to me after a long hunt of finding the vibes. If granted, I'm really inspired by what the '90s guys did at Extreme, Top Cow, Wildstorm, Steve Olive. Hit him up on Facebook one day. Bought a tutorial from him, and then I was like, "Yo, do you do commissions?" He's like, "Yeah." Did the cover. I was like, "This is awesome." And I'm like, "Are you open for commissions for comic book work?" He's like, "My schedule is crazy, but definitely." So that just kind of fell in at the right time. And I've been looking for the longest time to hit that bright, shiny sheen visuals that really go with the book. Because I was going to do it myself, and like I'm okay.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Like you were doing the art, you're doing the line art, you've done the colors because you do colors yourself, and I wonder if that was like something like if you're choosing like the right aesthetic for the look and tone and the feel of the book. I'm assuming it's along those lines.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But I as of now I can't do what he does yet. But it just all fell into place. Things fall into place when you don't expect them. And so far so good.
Yeah, and I've been surprised many times, just like hitting people up, just like sending a message to see what happens, and then people respond like, I got Matt Yackey to color the cover for my book, and I didn't think that would be possible, but
for sure,
he said, yeah, sure, send it to me, and then I did it and hit him up for it, and he did a really good job on the colors.
Yeah, Matt's wild. Yeah,
and I wasn't expecting that, but it was a nice surprise, man. So just ask.
You never know. Just look.
Just ask.
Shout out to Mo Biggs. Take the shot. What are they going to do? They're going to say no? Okay. They're going to say yes? Great.
Yeah.
You know, always go into it like it's kind of not going to happen. And then if it does, you're fucking on top.
Yeah. It's just great. It's just you'd be surprised for sure. And Chauncey says, it's been a while since I've seen your comic work. Eve, been seeing your mainstream pinups lately. I'll check your socials after this. Yeah. I recently did a fan art piece for iSong. I did a piece for Type 1 also last year, like way before before the hype train kicked off, I was like, I want to do one of the first fan art pieces, and it came out pretty good.
I say the Reaper Destroyer team up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be in Con Artist Volume 3, the Type 1. Any pieces of my friends that ever did for me, it's going in there. So that's going to be there. I know Chauncey did a few pieces throughout the years. So I got to kind of like get the files. Maybe. But yeah. So it's that
shameless.
You did you did a really great interpretation of what I would have done, you know.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
I was curious. There it is.
Yeah. I love how you use the backpack as like a shield blaster.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what to do with it, but because I wasn't sure like what Type 1's power set was, or what Reaper Destroyer's power set was.
They just stand around looking dope.
Yeah, that's all that came to my mind.
But that's the great thing about what we do. On the spot, you could just kind of create. You know, like, does it have to make sense? No, it's all make believe. It's all fun. That's why if you take a little bit of like how I take the Mesoamerican lore of like Mayans, Aztec, Inca, and all that as the base to begin this whole project off of. Is it on point, like accurate? Probably not. But you could sprinkle in a little shit here, and it just visually looks cool.
And it'll blend together. Yeah, and what is why? Because in your book, some of the suit itself has powers, or it comes from the Mayan culture. Well, why the Mayan culture?
Well, okay, so here's the little preachy, not the preachy, the little pitchy thing I wrote up. According to the Mayan calendar, on December 12th, 2012, the world was supposed to end from misdecoded translations from what was believed. But that wasn't the case at all. While it was a warning, it was something entirely different and much more severe than what was believed. Thoth of the Anunnaki created the Mesoamerican pyramids as not only conductors and regeneration chambers, but also prisons for false gods, such as the 9 Lords of the Night. So Thoth of the Anunnaki, when he left Egypt, he came over to the Mesoamerican, South American, as we know it by me, and created that world of the pyramids. Because like when the Mayans and Aztecs got there, like they didn't create that shit. Like that's a fact. Like who created it? Thoth.
Oh wow!
And just kind of go from there. And with the 9 Lords of the Night being captured, they created these suits as almost safeguards that went with their jails, if you will. The orbs that they are stuck in. So if anyone to ever be released again, the suit will almost come alive in a sense and pick somebody to don the armor and go from there.
And then some of these people that use the armor could also be bad guys. No, I think that's one of your bad guys, Paramis. I think it's
no. Well, the Paramis is the race of Sasquatches. So while there are bad ones, they're kind of brain boxed. And I took my love of like Harry and the Hendersons, these Dino Riders. Because if you ever watched the Dino Riders cartoons or toys, they were brain boxed. So we'll see some that are enslaved and some that are not.
Oh, nice.
Well, my one main bad guy who has the red suit, that's Lord Aramis. And he had.
I'm sorry. That's
no worries. I need to promote this more. I need to talk about me. We're gonna meet him in the book as well to start off, and people like him. I don't know if it's because he's red or it's a cool design, but you know, like red and blue, whatever.
Yeah.
So we'll find out what his motivations are and why things might be affected for what he does down the line. Oh, we got Rick Saylor in the house.
Yeah,
What's
Rick.
up, brother?
What's up, Rick? Hello. What's up, Elliot? What's up, Sean? What's up, everybody? Yeah, man. Thank you very much, Rick, for stopping by. I really appreciate you. And I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get you in the chat because I'm pretty sure he works in the morning and then he's free at night. And it's always good to see him, man. He's a big supporter.
It's my
And
dude. Yo, Rick talked me off a ledge. Like last week, I was a little bit stressed. I'm like, is he going to do okay? He's like, shut up. You're going to do fine. I'm like, okay, you say so.
I mean, you're very well known in CG. I mean, there's no reason to think why Type One wouldn't be a success. You were able to get everything funded the first day.
No,
So
I'm still not funded. I'm still not funded.
We're short a little bit.
We're
We're gonna get there.
we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. There's no reason to think that it wouldn't get there because
Oh, I think I'll get. I believe
we'll get there.
it'll get funded.
No, yeah, it will. I have full faith it will. Full faith that it will. But what attracted you to the Mayan culture was this idea of the December 12th type thing to be able to play with that doomsday clock or
Yeah, but well, to be honest with you, I got all right. So my grandmother was Mexican, right? So I have like family heirlooms all around, and I got the Mayan calendar like hanging above my door right now, just from something like my aunt gave me. So I'm like, I love Egyptian stuff, but I'm like,
it's been done a lot.
It has, and it will tie in down the road if it's successful. But I'm like, no, like I know a little bit more about this stuff because it's just an interest of mine, and it's just kind of like been around my house from family stuff. I'm like, let's do that. It's something different. It's cool. It's just as cool, and maybe something will spark up where more people will take an interest to it, you know. And I think if that happens, that's another one.
Sweet, sounds good. Yeah, Rick is confirming that he's at work right now. Yeah, but he's always trying to pop me. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully you don't get in too much trouble.
And tonight we're going to be doing a giveaway on. I don't know if we're doing I don't know if it's and stuff or Akbar because we had to cancel yesterday, but a giveaway of some gunslinger spawns for the campaign.
Yeah, that's dope. And have you ever done any kind of work traditionally, or just apart from the sketches, or is your work?
Oh yeah. No. So I do a lot of my layouts and gestures on I don't have anything on small pieces of paper.
Yeah.
Just to get the vibes, to feel the composition. And then because of a lot of it is laziness, I'll scan it and I can get a little bit more proper with fixes and cleanliness of the digital.
Mm-hmm.
If it's going to be a traditional inks, I'll just print it out and draw over it. So it's an original piece of art, but it's digital is mostly just time consuming, and I can make the piece a little bit better and cleaner.
Yeah.
But I just love drawing, whatever
definitely.
It may be.
Do you have a specific program you work with?
Yeah. On my Cintiq, I like Sketchbook Pro to pencil, sketch, and draw. But on the iPad, I like to use Clip for inking because it's a little more precise.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Yeah, I use Clip Studio also, but I've heard that a lot of people. I'm assuming it's for colors that they use Photoshop.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah, Photoshop has a better gamut for the printing stuff aspect of it. But if it's whatever you're more comfortable with, and if you get yourself a great person that does the file prep, they'll do adjustments for you.
Yeah, nice, awesome. And what else would I have in my mind? I had the Mayan culture and Aramis. Yeah. Man, I had something. My mind froze for a second. Could we take a look at the trailer for a second? Is that?
Yeah, it's your show. I'm just here. No, yeah, please do. This trailer was put together by Mark Polton, who put together the campaigns for me because I'm an idiot. But yeah, Mark did a great job on both putting the campaigns together for Fund My Comic and Indiegogo.
Sweet. Let me see if I can pull this up.
All right.
Without messing up too bad.
No worries.
I think I got it. Can you guys see that?
I can see that.
Let me do the whole screen on that. One second, y'all. One second. One second. Give me a second. Bam. All right, let's watch this. You guys hear that?
I can hear it.
Okay. All right. Sweet. Yeah, good stuff, man. And that you said Mark put that together for you.
Yeah. Mark did all that while I was running around with like a chicken's head chopped off, trying to pack stuff.
Sweet. Yeah, good stuff, man. And is there what help or do you think or could you say was given by Mark for the writing process? Like, has he been much of an influence? How has that process worked out? Being able to work with Mark
Oh,
in
Mark's
terms
the
of the
most
writing.
easygoing guy there is. As far as writing, I just give him what I have, ideas. We'll kind of spitball it. Where he's like, "Why don't you do this instead?" I'm like, "No, of course not." And then I do it. I'm like, "Fuck, he was right." Well, Mark D Jersey Fives my writing, or at least the scripting, where it's like, "Hey, yo, you piece of shit, fuck over your bad guy." He's like, he takes all that out and makes it more etiquette. And
Nice.
he spell corrects it for me because I can't spell for my life. But now it's awesome. Yeah.
So in that case, like you write out the script, or you have your idea, and then you give it to him, and then he'll
He'll spell check it.
mold it, shape it up for you.
Yeah. And so far he hasn't taken it. He might have moved some wording around here and there, but for the most part, it's essentially what it is. Like what I wrote down is all there. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome because like for example, getting an editor is always I hear a lot of people say that it's something that we should all like try to aspire to.
Everybody should. Yeah.
It gets it like fine tunes it because you're invested 100% in your project and you take a look at it, but always having a fresh pair of eyes can help out a lot, especially if it's Mark, because Mark's got years of experience with writing, so he knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Any up and coming creator, any creator, you should definitely get an editor.
Yeah.
Because you never know. Like you were saying, like we get married to what we're doing. Like we're so deep in the process. We got tunnel vision. We're like, this is an awesome idea. Maybe we didn't execute it in a way that would be so good for the actual book. Yes.
Yeah, Rick agrees. Yeah, awesome. And the lettering's also
Eric Weathers.
Weathers.
I have to tell Mark to put Eric on the campaign because I don't want people.
Yeah, that looks good. And how many pages is the book?
The story itself is 42 pages, and then the book will be extra. Like what everybody else does. Maybe I want to do like old school, like how Aspen and Image used to do the interviews, and me and Joe, like we want to interview ourselves. But Kayla's like, that's a bad idea. Do it for your second book. And we're like, yeah, okay, we're doing it for this one. So we're both going to do that. But yeah, there'll be additives like all the other stuff that's out.
Sweet. And this is the first issue of an ongoing series.
Yeah, I got the first 3 books written and plotted out. And then I have sprinkles of what's to come. And that all has to do if this thing can pay for itself, Like it is still a business. Do you want to go in debt in creating comics? No.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I got the first 3 books ready to happen.
Nice. And how quickly, like, or how many pages do you have you done, or
Oh,
how often?
yeah, I have, as of now, 21 pages done, so half of the book is done. And the cool thing about doing the preview book was I got some um great feedback, some honest
Yeah, yeah,
critiques, and I did that almost 2 years ago. So throughout the
yeah,
time, I just redrew panels, redid some pages. So if you got the preview book and then pick up the actual book itself, you're like, oh, that wasn't there. Like, yeah, I think I did better than what was
sweet.
previously done. So I got 21 pages done. The book is written, it's plotted, and then just kind of get back to normal life and go as I go. The book is scheduled to be shipped around September 2024, and people, well, it's most of my family. They're like, "Why is it going to take so late?" You gotta explain to them this is a dream project. You can work on it when you can. My colorist is in demand, so when he can fit everything in, so I overcompensated for the time. Then hopefully I could deliver earlier than expected. And doing the preview book showed that I can deliver on time. For a new creator. Where they're like, "Oh, I don't believe in this guy." I'm like, "Well, you should talk to my man that ordered 2 copies. I delivered." So, and it's me again. This is the greatest day ever. It's just like my birthday. This is the Sean show. We're gonna be listening to some Jodeci later. Some I don't know. What are the kids into these days? But anyway, back type 1 on Indiegogo. Fund my comic. It's gonna be the best damn thing since the Bible. It's not as good as the Bible, but it's definitely better than Squirrel Girl. So if you like action adventure comics from the 80s and 90s, this is up your alley. Take the shot. We got genuine comics in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Oh no, yeah, I know. It's just me. I'm gonna ruin this for Elliot. All the subscribers are gonna unsubscribe. How's everything going by everybody else? How's the weather? But if you haven't yet subscribed to Joe M. Sontag's YouTube channel, tonight him, me, and Kayla, we're going to be going over some Ramita Jr. Acts of Vengeance. And then, I appreciate it. I hope so. We're going to do some Acts of Vengeance. I believe Rick's going to hang out with us. We're going to do some giveaways for the Type 1 Indiegogo. And kind of go from there. But so far, a good start. A good start. Thank you, everybody, for sharing, for spending your hard-earned money, believing in the project, and making me feel good about myself. If I had controls, I'd share the campaign, but I can't. We're doing good. We're doing good. Almost to the first stretch goal of getting funded. And then when we do get funded, everybody will get that 6 a.m. Strees magnet. Because any campaign can't not have a 6 a.m. magnet for your fridge. Is Type 1 a little bit comparable to Ultra versus Prototype? I love Prototype. I collected it as a kid, but yeah, I guess there's some inspiration. Metal suit type of deal, you know?
Yeah,
But
I agree.
Prototype was a dope book. Yeah, I like Prototype.
I'm back. I'm sorry, everybody. My internet is messing up. And
Oh, no
yeah,
worries.
that's the hate. That's what I hate about. I don't know. I guess it's just like streaming in the mornings. I don't know. But I'm very sorry. But but yeah, that's also a note to any fellow creators out there that if you ever decide to be a guest on this show, you also need to have hosting capabilities because sometimes I might dip out. So just to make sure.
I
Yeah,
don't know
and
if I have
Dave is here.
capabilities.
Yeah, man, you the host of the Oslo show. How you not?
I'm just the idiot on the side doing like dick and fart jokes. Joe's the most serious one where it's like, would I get inspired about the 90s? And I'm like, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Dave is here from Genuine Counts. What's going on, Dave?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Dave shows up and then he kicks me off.
Oh,
But good. He says he can carry the show. So yeah, I agree. And thank you very much for the question. Yeah. And so, um, uh, so the book is you got half of the pages done. You had to redo a few reworks
Hmm.
with some of the panels. And how often or how many pages do you finish? Like how long does it take you to do like one page?
It
Or
depends.
how do you approach that
Maybe
process?
about a couple days to a week, depending on the labor of the page, the detail, what I got going on in my life. You know, it's
Yeah,
this is a part-time fun hobby as of now.
exactly.
So when I can, and it's been a little rocky the past couple of years, so I get to it when I'm able to. But
Yeah. No, I completely understand that because I'm in the same situation myself. Like, I would love to, like, for example, dedicate maybe like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours to drawing every day, but it's just not feasible in my case. So I just have to
right
make
now,
do.
yeah, right
Exactly.
now,
So I have to,
yeah.
make do with the time that I got, and so yeah, I completely understand that, and yeah, so that's awesome. That's awesome stuff, man. And what do you do, or what plans do you have, like for example, to combat maybe people saying that if for example, like it looks like, or it may look like Ultraverse, or or it looks like somebody else's work, or like how do you make your story unique? Like what
Oh,
aspect of
mine's
it do
better
you
than all
think?
that bullshit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love it. Sweet.
Look, everything looks like something. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly. Yeah,
I've
there's
gotten the
nothing.
Blue Beetle. I'm like, that's cool. You know, like that's become a fun gag because
Yeah,
of the blue that I took was from JDRF, Juvenile Diabetes Research
yeah.
Foundation. Like their logo is
Okay.
blue, so I color dodged that and then just put that as the base for the blue parts. But again, it's gonna morph and change throughout the story's progression because of my boredom of not wanting to draw the same thing over and over again. And it's exciting. You know, they're all toys. This is all toys to
Yeah.
me. So in
Nice.
my little sandbox, they'll evolve and change throughout the course of the series.
Nice. Awesome. And Doug Bacon is here. What's going on,
Yeah.
Doug? It's good to see you,
Hell,
man.
good to see you.
Out to the chat.
Hell to
Yeah,
you.
man. They were talking about Type 1,
Hmm.
which launched 4 days ago.
Yep,
And
on Bancroft's channel. That was such a fun night.
yeah,
Such a good time. I haven't felt good in a long time, and it was good to feel good after a while.
yeah, definitely, man. No, yeah, it was a fun show. Getting to see everybody's energy. Yeah, bringing that energy from your show to his, and then getting all that positive feedback. And yeah, good stuff, man.
Thank you,
Um,
thank you.
And how do you go about, or how have you gone about, like picking out like what's a good tier to offer? What's a good thing to offer your the fan base? Like how do you measure that out? Like how do you figure that out?
Well, you know, I kind of stole everything between from what Joe and Mark does, and kind of go there. Like I have my big tier, the ultimate tier, where it
Yeah,
has everything that I have included on the campaign.
yeah,
And again, like anything I do throw out down the line, because I'll be adding some shit down the line of
yeah.
get this, get this. If you got that, it's a little ill. If you got the ultimate tier, it's already included to save you money. But you know,
Nice.
look, it's not rocket science. You got a couple of variants. You do different tiers
Yeah,
on that. You can do add-ons. It's just kind of doing what everyone else has done previously. And I didn't want to be over and date everybody with like, oh, craziness, because I'm kind of an idiot myself. Just want to make it simple for me
yeah,
for
yeah, I got
fun
you.
fulfilling it.
I got you, man. Definitely. Yeah, and then my sister's in the chat. What's going on?
Uh,
And she's also
Sorry for cursing.
A fellow Jerseyan.
Oh, what's up,
So
P-Town boy?
she was yeah, I wanted like to clear up a little bit because I lived in Jersey for a long time, but I wasn't born in Jersey. My
Oh,
sister my sister, however, she was born in Jersey. She was straight up from Patterson.
that's what's
And
up. Hell yeah. Barnett
yeah,
Hospital. Yeah. That's where I was born.
yeah, man. So
It's kind
very
of funny.
jealous.
So all right, look. Patterson is more not Caucasian. Let's just say that there's very less. Not,
Oh yeah, it's a bunch of Peruvians there. Yeah.
yeah, Peruvian, Africans,
Yeah, we got
Hispanics.
that place a lot.
Yeah. So when I was born, God bless my aunt. So I'm there, and I'm the whitest little fucking thing you could see.
Yeah.
And my aunt's like, "Which one is he?" And it's like, "Dia, like the fuck." So that was pretty funny.
Sweet.
Yeah, but shout out to Patterson.
Yeah. These just in case, my guest here, Sean, he's from Jersey also. He's a Jersey cat. Yeah,
So
represent
forgive my
Jersey.
accent.
Yeah. No, yeah, because I always especially like have to represent for Jersey every time I hear crap from the New Yorkers. They always
Oh, fuck
like New
those
York's
putos.
background.
Yeah.
New York background. Like, no, man, no, come on, man.
You know who's mostly giving shit is the ones that live in New York State, and they're
Yeah,
essentially
okay.
like Canada. You know, like get out of here. Like you don't live in the burbs or the boroughs.
Yeah, South Jersey is the same also. No, South Jersey is completely different from
Oh,
North. No? So,
way different. That's where I'm going to be moving to is like the South Jersey, Philly area
yeah.
where they all represent
nice.
Philadelphia. No, it's not. I'm going to be rocking my Yankee gear, and they're going to be just talking trash and be like, "Do I got to take off my sneaker and learn you guys some shit?" You know?
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. Just tripping out. Yeah, good stuff, man. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, that's awesome stuff, man. And yeah, so this first arc that you're writing, as you said, it has 3 issues. Is that the full arc, or you have, or is there more to complete this first?
They'll well the first arc is the 3 issues, so volume
3
1,
issues.
2, and 3. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, that'll be dope, man. Because get those 3 issues out, and then after that, what plans do you have for that? Like another 3-issue arc, or
Yeah.
single issue?
Again, if this thing does well, we'll continue. I guess I'll know by the time the second volume goes about continuing it with it. If not, I have other projects that I have on the back burner that I was working on prior to Type 1. Other characters and stories I created as a kid that I just kind of dust up on.
Yeah.
So we'll
Nice.
hopefully I can continue with Type 1 for a very long time.
I would love for you to do that because I think also like the feedback that you've gotten, for example, from the diabetic, would that be correct? Diabetic community? From the diabetes community?
Yeah.
It's great, and we need a character to help support in that aspect because many people go through that, and it's always good to have that, to be able to connect with the character on that. So it's
I think I won already from the letters I gotten from parents that first found out about it when I spammed these Facebook groups and I got kicked out of a couple. People like, oh, I plant flowers for a living. I'm like, oh, I draw comics. He's a diabetic superhero. But just from their kids saying that they want to create. When we got bad days of like, there's days I can't get out of the bed from my levels yo-yoing, and getting the responses from them that they found something that's similar, but it could get them into this whole new world of escapism when they got bad days, and like that's hitting $1 million in my feelings, if you will, of being good. You know, like, oh shit, maybe I won't be going to hell after all.
I got you. No, yeah, definitely, yeah. So it's really good that you have that, and I think that could be like also one big reason why you should like push forward with it, and we should all support it also because as Sean mentioned, he needs our support to be able to continue doing more of these comics, and so we want more of these comics, and so it's always good to support. And let me go ahead, toss the link in there one more time. And how for example, would you? Have you been able to take this to cons yet? Because I know, for example, that you travel to a lot of different conventions. You meet with a bunch of different people. Have you been able to get like person to person reactions? The first con I did in years was last December, Ocean City Comic Con, and I wasn't even on the marquee. Like our convention agent or representative that gets us into shows. At the time, she's like, I got to get you out of the house. So I went to the show, and
if Chris Graves wasn't there by my side and I told this story, like I would not believe it myself. I had people come up to me like, "Oh, you Sean Ahrendt? Like this is what you're doing is awesome." And I'm like, "How the hell did you find out about this?" They're like, "Oh, the internet." I'm like, "Oh, clearly." And I had some really nice, touching moments from people from different organizations or people just knew about it. Just kind of blew my mind because the past few years I've been living in my own world, like taking care of my parents when they were sick and what have you. And coming out of this whole COVID bullshit just was really nice to see that people take notice to this and really appreciate what I'm doing. And look, I just made myself as a superhero. Like at the end of the day, that's me in the suit. You're gonna be reading this, like, why does this character talk like Sean? Well, it's really me, you know. So, but the support has been really not surprising, but really nice to have, and especially at a time where like I've been in the dumps, you know, mentally and my own family's well-being. But it was really nice. Either you're trying to really look at my eyes or you're froze again. But yeah. But anyway, this whole experience has been awesome from everybody in our community, from the diabetic community, and just be able to put silly pictures on paper for everyone to enjoy. Oh shit, it's the Sean Show again. But anyway, please share if you haven't. Even if you only like this book, you could buy a book and donate it to a child or a teen with type 1 or type 2, working out the logistics on where to send it. But I'm talking to some groups about getting it in the hands of people. Yeah, poor Elliot. I know. He's cold. But yeah, share out the link, buy the book. Fun My Comic has its own exclusive variant by Dan Dahl and Enrico Batta that you can get there. And if you buy the tier with that cover, you'll be getting a free trading card, sans logo of the cover to get it. Yeah, I've run out of shit to say. I apologize. How's everybody else doing? Oh, back Reaper Destroyer. Get the Destroyer tier. Back Ride in Pain. I created this character when I was a kid. So there's so much to this. All right. So I wanted to meet Rob Liefeld when I was a teenager. All right. And there was this show that Mario Lopez did back in '93 where it's like Choose Your Adventure. And this kid got to go to the Extreme Studios and meet Rob and have Rob look over his work and draw his character as Dad Rock. And I was like, I'm an opportunist. So I'm like, let me make Strees me. And I wrote the letter to Make-A-Wish, and I wrote it to I wrote a letter to Make-A-Wish, and I gave it to my doctor. I'm like, here's my wish. He's like, that's not how this goes. So yeah. And it's been going good, you know. It's going good so far. You know, nice. At first, I know the silliness, like, oh, he's a diabetic superhero. Daredevil's blind, you know. Like, you got to write to what you know.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, so far so good.
Awesome. Was that answering Dave's question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dave, in case you didn't know, it's type 1 because he has type 1 diabetes. And
also within the armors. Like my buddy's like, wait a minute, you wrote a book called Type 1. You're a type 1 diabetic? I'm like, yeah. And the book is called Type 1? I'm like, yeah. He's like, was that supposed to be? I'm like, nah. Like, it just happened. But yeah, we'll go on because of the armors and all that. Yeah, not that smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dope. And then also, I remember you mentioning that the suit itself has it helps with the like diabetic episodes, I think.
Well, it could read. It doesn't do injections, but it could read your body's statuses, regardless if you're diabetic or not. It just can check what's going on. And in the first 15 pages of the book, which was the preview book, we introduced a world, and he goes through a low while trying to get this MacGuffin. And you don't always win, but you got to take care of yourself and pre-plan. So
yeah, it's awesome that I particularly like the fact when heroes have these weaknesses, because it can give more, it can help out the story more, so that you can see that when this character at its weakest, it could probably encounter its greatest foe or something like that. So it's always good to see that.
And nobody's perfect
with heroes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's for example, I recently read King Cryptid, and he's got that same situation where like his powers reflect like the powers from the moon. So like there's a full moon, he's fully charged. There's a new moon and he's fully weak. So that's always a really interesting dynamic that he has with the character. And
he wasn't bitten by a radioactive diabetic, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, sweet, awesome stuff, man. And I forgot what else. And what's been the biggest challenge so far with making this comic and making the story, the campaign, everything? Like, what has been something that has been challenging, maybe unexpectedly, from doing all of this?
Life.
Nice. Like you're saying, like just things that happen that maybe
in my life. Yeah, this book would have been out years ago. Just life. I don't want to say gets in the way, but life happens.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah,
taking care of my parents, kind of a lot to do that. So.
Yeah, and for example, even the pandemic, like we were going about our lives, and then suddenly there's this pandemic, and then now everybody's got to stay inside, stay at home, and that's complete things like that. That always
look. I lost my parents within 3 years of each other, so it's been a real kick in the dick, and
definitely
dealing with that has been really tough, but
nice.
It's just what it is, man. Just what it is.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so it's good. No, but then it's also it's good that we have that support there, that we can people understand that, and we can able to bounce back and then get back on the horse and then do things as we're supposed to. It's good stuff, man.
It's a great.
Has always been supportive.
Oh, God bless! Like the charity auction everybody did for my family and myself in December.
Yeah.
Totally unexpected. Just a tragically beautiful experience, I should say.
Nice. That's awesome stuff, man. And I don't know if there's anything else that you might want to mention.
No, just if you haven't, please share back what you can. If you could donate the book, that'd be awesome. We're gonna try to come up with some sort of prize for whoever donates the most books, but that's still in the early stages.
Yeah. Could you tell us what that's about? Could you explain to the people in the chat who may not know?
Look, even if you think this book is dumb, and you just want to help other kids, we're gonna you purchase a book, you're gonna donate it, and we're gonna give it to a child or teen with type 1 or type 2.
Nice. And these teens are from JDRF, or?
Yeah, I'm trying to reach out to them. We were in the early discussions. Even if it's with JDRF, it'll get to them somehow. Even if I got to go to my own doctors, be like, here, do what you got to do, because I don't want nobody getting mad at me dispensing it.
Exactly. Nice. Awesome stuff, man. And yeah, I was also, before I got cut off, I was asking you about your experiences, like at cons, that you were able to show this off to people and get good reactions.
Primarily it was just Ocean City that just happened, because I think there was a show in 2019 where this was like a poster exclusive that we did.
And you haven't gone back since, or this year, since the pandemic, to any other cons?
Nah, I was taking care of my mother pretty much. Okay. That was my life for the past few years. My dad passed in June of 2020, so it was just taking care of my mom and her sickness, and that was my life.
Nice. Yeah, sorry about that, but
Hey,
well, good stuff, man. Yeah, I think always remember chat. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them, and then I'll be sure to ask Sean. So if you have any questions, also please ask. And yeah, so this is the story of Type One. Um, we took a look at the book, and
you know
so yeah,
what's
it's
also
available.
cool? It's also an uncle nephew story,
Yeah,
and that was important to me because like I've learned so much through my uncles. I'm an uncle. I love my nephew and my niece. They go home. Well, they're adults, so whatever by now. But my friend Aaron, his uncle Tom was who got him into this geek life. What got
yeah,
him exposed to all this. He died from complications of type 1. So I asked him, can I name the name kept my main character Strees after his uncle Tom and Aaron after the nephew, and they were just floored. They were like, "This is awesome!" Like I know his grandmother, Tom's mother, shed a tear or two after reading the preview book. She's like, "That's my son." I'm like, "Wow, really? That's cool. Like that was really nice. That was really endearing to hear." But yeah, as much as it is about my story and my journey as a superhero, it's really the uncle nephew thing that really hits home for myself.
yes. A unique twist on that also because the like the most prominent uncle nephew relation that we see in comics is from Spider-Man, not him and his uncle, and then the
Yeah,
quote.
yeah,
And so getting to see an actual interaction with them is also really cool.
yeah.
And
Excuse me while I chop down some
yeah, yeah.
sweets. My
No,
sugar's
go ahead.
dropping currently, so keep
No
talking.
problem.
Hopefully, I
No
don't
problem.
die in stream.
No, no problem at all, man. No, no. And Rick Saylor says definitely come hang out on the Art and Stuff show tonight for some fun. Yeah, definitely. For those that don't know, my guest Sean, he does a weekly show. Well, more than weekly, he does it very often with this man here that you see on the screen with Joe. I had Joe on the show last year, and they do a show together called Art and Stuff, and then they're on YouTube. I think I can share with you the page. Let me see 1 second. Uh, Hold on, let me remove that. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. But yeah, they put on the Art and Stuff show, and uh, be sure to check them out because they got a lot of good content there, and they talk about art. They talk about all kinds of stuff on there.
I think we're one of the most main focused channels and shows that actually talks about comics.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I love about the show. You guys actually dig into the comics, into art, and
And
I
creators,
think
yeah.
the show so right now is on Joe's channel.
Yeah, we did that when I came back after from taking the break for what happened with my
Yeah.
ma. Joe's like, I have a bigger audience. Let's just bring the show in there. And I'm easy like a Sunday morning. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, all right, cool. So we have a better attendance because of Joe's following.
Awesome. I put the link to the Art and Stuff show in the chat. So check it out. Sub to them. Also, if you haven't already, sub to my channel. I'm going to
Mhm.
continue doing the shows bi-weekly, starting August 9th, because I'm going to take a 2-week break because we got to celebrate. Well, in my country, we're celebrating Independence Day. And I got a question from Wiley J. Dross. What's going on, Wiley, man? Thank you very much for stopping by.
Shaking.
And he says Sean's top 5 influences, his top 5 favorite comic runs. Earlier, well, go ahead, Sean. Give us your answers for that.
Creators: Rob Liefeld, Adams, Tom McFarlane, Jim Lee, and Tom Grummett. Top 5 runs. Wow, off the top of my head: Cosmic Odyssey by Mignola and Starlin. The Hulk run by Dale Keown and Pierre David when they merged.
Mhm.
Shit. That's deep. I don't know. There's just so
Yeah,
much shit to pick on.
that's a difficult question to.
Yeah.
That's a
I just
difficult
spilled all my
question
weed. Fuck.
to I like, for example, yeah, I really like Born Again. That was a good comment that I enjoyed. I also Hush, Jim Lee.
Oh
He
yeah,
did
that's a
Hush.
greatest hits. Yeah, that's a greatest
Yeah,
hits.
yeah, I
Yeah.
dig that a lot. I like his work. I was surprised by how he was able to like. I guess I don't know if it will be get away with, but doing pages that had maybe 4 or 5 panels at the most. Because normally there's like this thing where like you usually see 6, 7, 8 panels per page, but he was able to do like 4 panels, and he did like really good art in each one of them, and yeah, really good stuff. Really good stuff. And yeah, that about wraps it up for today's show. I'm going to well, me personally, I'm going to be later. I'm going to be on Dojo Coon's show tonight in Cinderay, talking about my comic. Um, and then Sean has his show today on his channel. So you be sure to check him out. I got the link in the chat, so click on that link and be sure to follow Sean. And Sean, any last messages? Anything that you like to say?
No, thank you everybody. Well, first, thank you, Elliot, for having me on.
Yeah, no
But
problem.
thank you for everybody for backing, spreading the word with Type One on both platforms. Just the beginning of this, and yeah, really, really thankful. And
Awesome stuff.
follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Joe's channel mostly.
Yeah, I got Sean's Twitter and Instagram in the description, so check it out. Click on it, follow him, and then be sure to so you can stay up to date on everything with Type One. And
And we're so close to funding.
yeah. Very, very close. We just need a few more backers, and then we'll be all right. And all right, so that'll be it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sean, for stopping by. Thank you very much to everybody in the chat for your questions, and then that'll be it. And then I'll catch you guys later tonight on Dojo Coon's channel, and we'll talk about my comic and whatever else Dojo Coon has planned for tonight. And that's it. So you guys be safe. Take care, and I'll catch you later. And I'm out. And we're out.